Hey friends. A couple days ago, my sister and my brother-in-law's dog died, passed away, which is sad. Um, Kind of a neurotic mixed breed. The dog was very skittish when they first got her, but eventually kind of warmed up and found her groove or rhythm, and they provided a safe space for a broken animal. This dog was obviously abused before they got her, and I used to I used to live with my sister and my brother-in-law in kind of a duplex situation, and they would live upstairs. My brother and I would live in the downstairs, and we would during the winter I just have fond memories of my brother-in-law. He's kind of a burly dude, stoking the wood stove as we watched a movie as the snow is falling outside, and the dog Sydney would be in the corner taking her fluffy spot, snoozing away, and we'd be having a couple beers and watching a movie and having a good time. And I miss those days. But their dog died, and that's hard. Obviously, when my dog dies, it's going to sting. I knew that when I got my dog. I'm sorry, I'm having a rough day. I knew that when I got my dog. I joke about it kind of. I said, I'm buying a heartbreak in 12 years, essentially. Of course, you get the reward of having companionship with an animal. It's basically like a fucking fairy tale. I mean, dogs are amazing. I very much a dog person. So there, of course, it's gonna sting. She passed away a couple of days ago, and he's just going through the grieving period. And time is the great healer, and thank God, because maybe I can be healed, and I'm sure one day Sydney will be a fond memory, and it won't sting anymore. But I had a dream last night that my brother-in-law died, and my sister started dating this pathetic replacement who couldn't fill in his shoes, and it was almost comical because he would try to do the things that my brother-in-law would, but he would fail miserably. And in the dream, it made my mom cry. And I woke up this morning, and I was thinking of him, and I realized that he's so integral to our family that I forget to tell him that he's integral to our family. I just forget, and of course I have my own problems right now, so it can be kind of hard to remember these things. But I just woke up and I shot him a message basically saying, "Hey man, like, I just want you to know that you're important to our family. You're so integral to our family. We forget to even mention it. We love you so much. We just assume it's inherent that but I love you, and I just want you to know that. And I wish you strength during these rougher days." And he had a strong response to that. It wasn't much for me to do. I just said it's a small text message. What's a fucking text message? It's so easy. But it had a huge impact on him, it seemed. He said he started crying, over my message. And he's a big burly dude, a beard, and a bit of a beer gut, and he's crying over the text message, because all I was doing was giving him a little bit of encouragement, just a little bit. And it reminded me of Jordan Peterson. It's like people think Jordan Peterson is this dogmatic political figure, right? When I listen to somebody talk, I take some things from them and I leave some things, right? I don't just listen to Jordan Peterson and take everything he has to say. I put it through my own filter because I'm a free thinker, right? So I know people say, like, you're listening to Jordan Peterson? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, he's got things to offer. Everybody does to some degree. It's just you take some and leave some. But I was listening to him today, and, he tears up over the fact that it takes such little encouragement for people to be deeply moved in a positive way. And it hurts him. It's painful to him because it doesn't take much at all. And, those two things this morning, that reaction my brother-in-law had, and then just kind of seeing a clip of that, I was reminded, or I guess I was enlightened to the fact that Jesus Christ, it really actually doesn't take a whole lot. to encourage somebody, to drop them a line, right? To speak their language, meet them where they're at. Because they're having my brother-in-law's having a rough time right now. I mean, fuck, I'm having a rough time, but he's having a rough time. It doesn't belittle the fact that their dog died. And I know that stings, and it's going to sting for some time. And, there's one less living thing in their house with their niece. And now, they have to explain to their niece, like, where'd Sydney go? And that's another level of pain that they have to process, And I don't know. I just been, I guess, meditating on that today because it really it shocked me. What his response was and how easy it was for me to send a line of encouragement. And it goes both ways, right? So now I'm kind of thinking like, who am I leaving out now? People are they're so thin, they're so fake. People are so fake, A dog died. Oh, that's too bad. That's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Be genuine. Like, don't you have a heart at all? And I don't know. Where was I fucking going with that? Sorry, you have to bear with me through the brain farts. People are fake. People are fake. They're not genuine. It takes a little amount of encouragement to actually encourage somebody, and it goes both ways, right? So now I'm looking at the people in my life, and I'm going, how am I? When's the last time I dropped them a line? When's the last time I've encouraged them? Because it doesn't take much. I mean, imagine receiving a text message or something from somebody you love, and there's just a line of encouragement. It means a lot, especially when they're speaking your language, right? Your love language, They're meeting you where you're at, and they're being genuine. They're not just dropping a shitty little fucking Hallmark line. They're saying something from the heart, and it doesn't take a lot. And then I look around and I look in reverse, the inverse of that, who's encouraged me along the way, because it doesn't take much. It doesn't. It only just takes one line. Hey, buddy, you're going to fucking make it. Keep fighting. That's all it takes. As long as you mean it, And one of my brothers, back in the day, I was talking to him about all this shit, like when I was going fucking crazy, texting him this shit. And all he says is, oof, man. I have no words. You have no words? Oof. That's what you have to say to my dire situation? Oof. Fuck you. That's how I felt. Fuck you. Do you actually care? I dropped him a line recently about his fucking job, and then he ended up leaving me on red. And it's like, he has no idea where I'm at in my life right now. And I'm fucking at a low point. I'm always at a low point. Every day is a fucking low point for me right now. It's just how it is. I'm not trying to be depressing or angsty or whatever. It's just how it is right now. And I look in the inverse. Who do I encourage, in a genuine way? Who do I encourage and who can I encourage that will take such little effort and will mean so much to them, And I've just been thinking about that and acting on it. And then in reverse, I'm thinking, what people in my life know how badly I've been suffering and haven't been there to encourage me? And I don't really know what to do with that. It's like, I don't have an answer for that. It was my brother, my dad, and I don't know what to do with that. People who haven't been there to encourage me when all it would take is a small line. But it just reinforces the idea that it doesn't take much. It really doesn't take much. It just takes... I don't even need people to understand, like, my symptoms. I know somebody dropped a comment and they said, please, I'd like it if you explain your symptoms because it helps me feel less estranged because they have their weird symptoms of their own. But I've been dismissed and invalidated by so many different people that I hate it. I hate describing my symptoms. I hate it because because I feel like I won't be believed, or people will think it's less than it actually is. They won't, and then above all, they won't understand. Nobody could possibly understand. People can have empathy for my situation, but they certainly will not ever understand what I've been through. And I always caveat that with like, other people go through shit. And it's like, duh, other people go through suffering, but nobody will understand what I've been through over this past year and how much it's broken my soul, and how much it's taken to stay on my feet and keep fighting. And how much energy that takes when I don't sleep. I don't fucking sleep, and most days the meds aren't working the way they should. I'm absolutely fucking exhausted. I'm exhausted. Sometimes I can patch myself up to enough to pretend to be normal, and I come across as normal to people, which is good, I guess. But I'm fucking dead, and I'm a dead man running. I'm fucking dead, dude. I'm exhausted. My psychology is fucked. Neurologically, I still have fucking problems. I can't play piano. I mean, look at this shit. I might be able to finger a girl a little bit better, but I'm not gonna be able to play piano. My dexterity is fucked up. My jaw is side to side, and it's tremoring. My eyebrows are twitching. I've got neurological deficits all over the fucking place, and shit, I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm fucking tired, and it doesn't take much. And there are people immediately around me who could just encourage me in a genuine way. Meet me where I'm at, and not just drop me a fucking "I love you." Show me that you love me. It's pathetic when people just say "I love you" and think that's enough, or hug you and think that's enough, or go "oof" and think that's enough. It's not enough, even for the most basic situations. Somebody gets fired at work. Oof, dude. It's like, come on. Really? That's all you fucking got? So it just reinforces that, and it obviously makes me angry. I'm so sensitive to anger now. I was never an angry person, and I don't know, maybe once I get the medications I need, I'll be less angry because I'm less agitated. My brain's less irritated. But I get so fucking angry, and part of that is so good because it just keeps me going, keeps me running, even when I'm out of steam, even when I'm fucking dead. It keeps me going, because I'm so fucking angry at everyone and everything, and but it's like, damn, dude. There's some special people in my life. One of them's probably watching this video right now. I don't know if she's made it this far, but when she drops the line of encouragement, and this video isn't for her, but when she drops the line of encouragement, it doesn't take much, and I treasure that, and I fucking copy that, and fucking paste it in my notes so I can look back at it later. And my therapist the other day, I'm in town, moving out of this house to rent it so I can go back up and live with my parents, so I don't have a house anymore. And I text my therapist. I'm like, "Hey man, you got time for a session?" He's like, "I don't got time for a session, but I got time to come over today if you're available." And he comes over, talks with me for 4 hours. I tell him, "Bill insurance, please. It's not going to cost me dimes. Bill insurance." He says, "No, I'm not going to bill insurance," because he wants me to know that he was there to encourage me, and not just there to make fucking money. And it's crazy. People I'm not related to, it's like they're not in my bloodline. Show me more compassion, empathy, and encouragement where I need to be met than people directly around me who I live with, who I am genetically related to. It's fucking absurd, dude. But this all stems from just that one text message this morning I sent my brother-in-law. I was just thinking about him, and I was just being genuine. I had these thoughts. It's like, if you can't be genuine, are you even human? Are you even human? And I think that's part of what makes a good writer. It's kind of a weird side tangent, but it's called being genuine. It's writing what you think, and not writing what you want other people to hear. And when I sent him that text message this morning, it was just what I thought. I was just telling him what I thought. I was being genuine. And being genuine is kind of difficult. It's like when I start a video, if I feel like I'm not being genuine, because I'm talking to a fucking cell phone. I cut and I restart. I realign myself to try to be genuine, and then I go again. And then I stop, and then I go again. And I don't post a video unless I feel like I'm speaking from a place of a genuine place. So when I sent him that text message this morning, I spoke from a place of, what's the word, genuinity. Like I say, I make a good writer, and I don't even know what the word is, but I spoke from a place of being genuine, and it was just a little bit of encouragement, and he started bawling, and that's all it took, because he's having a rough time. It's like, damn. Is there a takeaway from this video? Pretty obvious one. Encourage the people around you. Meet them where they need to be met. Drop them a fucking line, because when's the last time you dropped them a line? Think about that person in your life that you really deeply care about, you actually care about. When's the last time you told them that you cared about them? And it's like, thinking back, it's like, damn. A lot of people in my life I care about, I haven't told them I cared about them in a long time. And why haven't I? It's like, I don't know, maybe it's part of the kind of losing everything, now you're free to do anything sort of thing. But ever since hitting my lowest lows, it comes so naturally to me now to just say, like, hey man, like I love you, and I miss you, and I want what's best for you, and I don't give a shit about how, like, I'm talking to a guy, like, right? Guys are so sensitive about that shit. They're like, no homo. It's like, shut the fuck up. Just tell your bro that you love him. My friend leaves the house, say, love you, man. It's like, just tell him that you love him. People are so insecure about the social stigma of encouragement. It's absurd that there is even one, that there even is one. Fuck. This is just another one of those rant videos, and yeah. Every once in a while, I just have a tug inside of me that just tells me, just make a video. It's not like a God thing. I just feel like I need to make one because I'm feeling angry and I don't know why, or upset and I don't know why, or feeling emotional and I don't know why. And it helps for me to just kind of talk it out, talk out my thought processes instead of having them stuck up in here. Because when they're up in here, it's a pinpoint, and it's like when you're writing. When you write in a journal, you're projecting your thought, a single thought, across multiple pages, and it's very difficult to do that within your own head. So that's why I make these videos. I don't make them. That's why I make these videos. Made it this far. Love you. Hope you have a good day.